Please subscribe to Endless Love Stories, and don't forget to like and share this video. In the heart of Agra, behind the ivory marble walls of the Taj Mahal, lies not just the tomb of a queen, but the remains of a love story soaked in blood, betrayal, and silent sacrifice. Most know the names Shah Jahan and Mumtaz Mahal as symbols of eternal love. But what they don't know is the name of the man who protected that love while being branded a traitor to his kingdom. His name was Zulfikar. Born into nobility, Zulfikar was Shah Jahan's childhood friend, his protector, his most trusted guard, and the only one who knew every corner of the emperor's heart. When Shah Jahan fell in love with Arjuman Banu, later known as Mumtaz, Zulfikar was the first to know. He was the one who snuck her love letters past palace guards, the one who stood in the shadows while they whispered under moonlight. But what no one knew was that Zulfikar had loved her too, silently, secretly, deeply. And yet he never let it show. He guarded their love like a loyal soldier guards his flag. When Mumtaz married Shah Jahan, Zulfikar smiled, clapped, and stepped back into the shadows. As time passed, war ravaged the empire. While Shah Jahan led the armies and Mumtaz accompanied him on campaign after campaign, Zulfikar was always there, watching, bleeding, fighting for both of them. But empires attract envy. One man who hated the bond between Shah Jahan and Zulfikar was General Malik, a ruthless court official who wanted power more than loyalty. Malik believed Zulfikar was too close to the throne and began planting seeds of doubt in Shah Jahan's mind. He whispered lies. Zulfikar looks at Mumtaz too long, he walks too close, he lingers too much. Shah Jahan, blinded by stress and political pressure, began to suspect. One night, while Mumtaz was heavily pregnant with her 14th child, she fell gravely ill. Zulfikar was the first to rush to her chamber. He carried her in his arms to the royal physician. Shah Jahan arrived moments later and saw them together, her head resting on Zulfikar's shoulder, his arms trembling. That image burned into his heart. Mumtaz died hours later. The loss shattered Shah Jahan's soul, but it also poisoned his mind. In his grief, he exiled Zulfikar, branding him a traitor. Zulfikar didn't argue, didn't explain, didn't fight. He simply left with tears in his eyes and silence on his lips. For 20 years, he lived in the mountains of Kashmir alone, forgotten, heartbroken, not for losing Mumtaz, but for being misunderstood by the only friend he ever had. During that time, Shah Jahan built the Taj Mahal, brick by brick, carving his pain into marble. What the world saw as a monument of love was also a tomb of guilt. One winter morning, old and frail, Zulfikar returned to Agra in disguise. He visited the Taj Mahal at dawn, knelt at Mumtaz's tomb, and cried for the first time in 2 decades. A guard recognized him and alerted Shah Jahan, now imprisoned by his own son, Aurangzeb. Upon hearing Zulfikar's name, Shah Jahan demanded to see him. The reunion was silent at first. 2 old men, one bent by guilt, the other by grief. Zulfikar finally spoke. I never touched her, but I always loved her. And I never betrayed you, but I always served her. Shah Jahan broke down. He apologized not as an emperor, but as a man who had failed his friend. In the final days of their lives, they sat together, facing the Taj Mahal from across the river. 2 broken souls united by one woman who had loved them both. One as a husband, the other as a silent shadow. And when Zulfikar died, he was buried quietly in the gardens near the Yamuna. No tomb, no title, no honor. But every morning, the sun touched his grave before it kissed the white domes of the Taj. The villain of this story was not Zulfikar. The real villain was suspicion, the poison of politics, and the cruelty of assumption. Sometimes the ones who are labeled traitors are the ones who carried the greatest love. The story of Shah Jahan and Mumtaz is not complete without Zulfikar, the unsung hero who gave up everything so that love could live. Subscribe to Endless Love Stories for more untold truths and hidden hearts. Like this video and share it with someone who believes love is bigger than pride. The greatest loves are not always the loudest. They are the ones buried in silence.